Jen and I are here tonight to talk to you about clinical solutions. We're just going to have a conversation. You're going to have some laughs because we are going to show you our before pictures. That'll be pretty interesting. We do want you to be sure and put any comments or questions in the comments because we want to know what you want to know about clinical solutions because we're finding that some people are hesitant to try it, but we're really not sure exactly why. So we want to see your questions so that we can know how to help you embrace this product as we have and get the best results possible. So whether you were on YouTube or Facebook, put your questions there, and our behind the scenes girl will be sure and send those on over to us so that we can answer those. And also during our little interview tonight, you'll probably get some of your questions answered as well. So if you're watching the replay, tonight is all about clinical solutions, which is part of our Derma Cosmetics line. And this is our first product in the Derma Cosmetics line, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Is that not exciting? In fact, Derma Cosmetics is targeted to do $74 billion in retail by 2024. So is this the up and coming thing? Absolutely. Do you need to get educated and get on board? Absolutely. We can't wait to share that with you. So thank you all for being here tonight. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Of course, we're going to have some fantastic giveaways at the end, but we would love to hear from you. We want this to be as interactive as possible. So Jen, tell us, when did you start using clinical solutions?
I started using it the beginning of February so I could launch it with my customers so we could do it together.
That's about the same time I started doing it. So there are our lovely before pictures. I am on the top and Jen is on the bottom. And so as you can see from my picture, I really noticed a difference through here in my elastin and just an overall lift. So as you can see in my before pictures, I don't have a lot of wrinkles. However, I definitely needed some tightening and some lifting, and I really noticed it in here, and you can kind of see down here too as well, the difference in the before. Before we take that down though, Jen, what do you have to say about your before and what you were looking for?
I definitely can see it more along my cheekbones and my whole, it helped contour my face more. And I definitely like you in this part. But what I really noticed is the evening of my skin tone. So this is CC cream on me now, and I used full coverage before. And now this has made it so much easier to be CC cream.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? I have always been, I don't really like you. I'm getting an echo, sorry. So there it goes. So I have always just used CC cream because I don't really like the feel of foundation. But what I found is, and I probably shouldn't be admitting this as a Mary Kay beauty consultant, but using clinical solutions has given me the confidence to even go without any coverage. Of course, I want to protect my skin from the environment and that kind of thing. But before, as soon as I woke up, I was putting it on, whereas now, you know, I'm not getting ready till I leave the house. So I'm a lot more confident in my own skin. So I really appreciate that. So tell us about your experience from starting it, how you were feeling, what you experienced into the retinization process, which is an 8-week process. And we'll go into that in a little bit. And then how you're feeling about it now. So let's start at the beginning. How were you feeling when you opened the box and you saw all the details? What was your thought process about that?
Okay, so most of you know my personality. It's I want to go, tell me what to do, and I'm just going to go do it. But I opened my box and it had a whole flyer I needed to read, and I thought I'm a little overwhelmed already. But what was so nice is it was simple. I liked how simple it was. And I realized in the beginning I did it a little different than some people, but meaning is I took the squirt of the product and I mixed it with the calming milk and I put it all over for the first couple of weeks. You're only supposed
That's what you were supposed to do.
I thought it was like after like the second week, you were supposed to like just do the serum.
The first 2 weeks you mix it. The third
I
and
kept
fourth week.
mixing it. That's okay because my skin needed that extra calming milk. I'm not sensitive skin, but I break out easily. So I was concerned with what my skin would do. It tingled a little, so I thought, "Ooh, that's kind of interesting," but it didn't burn. And I saw results the next morning. Like that is very cool that you can do that.
Yes.
Third week, I'm like, okay, I get to go to 2 days. I'm so excited. So I was looking forward to that.
Very cool. And then as far as the 8-week retinization process, I think you kind of explained it for our audience. So retinol, pure retinol, your skin needs to become adjusted to it. It needs to, you need to gradually get your skin used to using pure retinol. So if you're like Jen and I and you use Time Wise Repair, there is retinol in your night treatment, but it's not the same. It is encapsulated retinol that releases over time. So it's very gentle and it's actually a different form of retinol. This is pure retinol, and we're actually getting your skin used to it so that when you reach that point, you can actually put it directly on your face to get the best results. So it's not time release. Pregnant women cannot use it, and I'm going to explain a little bit more about that. But that retinization process really prepares your skin. So anything during the retinization process that you haven't shared already that you want to share, because I think you're pretty well covered.
I would find that it would pull out some acne, but nothing big, nothing. It wouldn't go away quickly. Like it was really clearing out my skin, and I could see that. It also took care of some major scarring areas I have from my past acne. So I was seeing smoother skin quicker. You don't need more of the product thinking it's going to do a whole lot more. You just need that one squirt. And that was important to they do give you a tracking thing, and I tracked it. And you want to do it on that same day just so you get into the habit. And that's the biggest thing is the habit. And now it's how many days can I use it?
I loved that it was just once a week to begin with, because I didn't want to have to remember a lot, and just remembering one day a week, always in the evening doing it. Some of the other tips that were really important were cleaning your face and letting it wait 15 minutes before actually adding the product. And that's not something I've really trained myself to do before. So that kind of gave me some tips about how to even get my skincare to work a little bit better, like let's cleanse and then give it some time, right? And so, no, you do not take a break after 8 weeks. You're actually preparing your skin. You want to work up to being able to use it 3 times a week. Some people actually can use it every day. I wish I was one of those, but I'm still only at 2 days a week, and I'm going to tell my story in just a little bit. But great question. Thank you for asking that, our audience member. So with that, I just wanted to say something else I was thinking of.
Oh, the eye cream goes on first. I did realize that.
Yes, don't give up your eye cream. So you cleanse your face, you put on your eye cream, you wait 15 minutes, and then what you said was so important. So this is the pure retinol. Looks like this, okay? And 1 squirt is all you're ever going to use. You're not going to use more, and more does not make a difference. In fact, more can cause more problems. So always just use 1 squirt. And so the retinization process is basically like training your skin. So if you've ever been on a medication where you need to build up to it, it's kind of similar, and this is a dermacosmetic line. This is the highest level of retinol you can get without a prescription. And I love that you brought up the acne, Jen, because I have a great testimony from someone that I'm going to post on the Hero Area Guest Event Facebook page when we're done. And so if you're anyone with like that cystic acne, that severe acne, you should definitely read that testimony because it was amazing. Okay. So now how many, hold on. Yes, sensitive skin and rosacea and how your skin, I will definitely be talking about that soon. So hang on. Okay. So Jen, where are you at now? How many days a week can you use it right now?
So I've bumped myself up to 3 days a week.
Very good.
Added in my, excuse me, my Serum C plus E again, and my Sonic brush. So I'm testing to see what my skin does.
Very good. So that's the key too, that you're going to get educated from your beauty consultant. We have a list of things you cannot use while you're going through the retinization process. And I will admit that was one of the hardest things for me I didn't realize how much I love my supplemental products, such as using the Skinvigorate brush. You got to give that anything that's exfoliating or has some acidity to it, you have to remove that out of your regimen. So the Skinvigorate Sonic, the microdermabrasion, even the hydrogel eye patches, because they have a little bit of acidic to them, to a little bit of tingliness going on there. The Serum C plus E, because of that high level of vitamin C. And then in addition to that, there's a couple others. Oh, charcoal mask, acne products. What else was there, Jen? Oh, the replenishing facial peel, which I love. Yeah. So is it worth it though? Absolutely. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I love that you're getting to introduce things back into your regimen. So that's the thing. After skin's used to the retinol, after the 8-week process, you can slowly start to add things back in. Now, like you, have added the 2 things that you chose to add into the Skinvigorate Sonic, and then the Serum C plus E, which I love that, the overall benefits of that. So, okay. Jen, do you have any customers on the product, and what has been their experience so far?
I do. I have about 6 of them. Or like they're all coming in now. But what's really cool is they're all noticing their skin tone has changed. Like they can feel it and see it. I've even had one say, my wrinkle's gone, and that's like up here on our foreheads. It really has helped to do that. One who was really, really oily is now back to almost a normal skin tone. So that was interesting. And and not one that was going in for the wrinkles or anything, but just because she wanted to be proactive in keeping herself looking younger. So that was some big stuff.
I love that a lot of younger people are using it to get a jump on the aging process. A lot of people with acne, with oily skin. So it's not just for our age group. Although I am 5 years older than you, I must admit. So I don't want to put you in my age group because I almost get the senior discount. Couple more months, girl. So with that, funny how you all of a sudden will tell your age when you can get a discount. Excuse me. So,
get ready to get carded because they're not going to.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm all for that. So, but with that, it is not just for our age group. It is for, and it's not just for women. It's for men too. I know you were talking about getting your husband on that, and that I know this is kind of a side question that we didn't really talk about. Has that happened?
It did. It happened for about, I have to be honest, 5 weeks.
Yes.
And then I was like, la. So for him, that's great. 5 weeks, he did see a difference. His skin was definitely getting smoother. I'm going to try to get him back on it again, but it's up to him. So yeah, I
have the same thing going on. So I would love for Dave to use it, but I got to take the time to kind of get him educated. So I had to learn to use it myself first. You know, oxygen mask, we put that on first and we can help other people, right? So has there been any hesitancy? Like, have you had customers who have wanted to try it, but they're not sure? And what's that conversation been like?
I've had a couple actually. One is because she has really sensitive skin and she just wasn't sure what it was going to do to her. So I gave her some samples and she just tested it in a couple different places, and she knew right away she wanted to be on it because she really wanted to see the difference. So she hasn't had any problems, knock on wood. So that is great. Another one, she got the product and it took her, because she opened it up and it had the book in it. And she went, oh, there's a lot to read. So all I said to her is, I will be your guide. I will walk you through this. It's no worries. I will text you each week when you need to add one, what you need. And that's pretty much all you have to do. It's just the fear. So holding her hand and saying, we've got this. And now she's way ahead of me. She's already saying, hey, I got this, I got that. So it's just that first step.
Yes. And it can be intimidating because it's not something we've done before. And you have to eliminate things and add things. And so just getting that down. But we have some really simple text pictures that we will send out to you as a customer that you can just refer to this to remind you what you're to avoid and what you should be doing and how it should work. So we keep it pretty simple. There is, like, for those of you who love to read, there is a ton of information that you can read on this. But for those of you who don't be overwhelmed by that. So we talked about who this product is right for. So I know we did well, before we move on to that, I do want to talk about and answer some questions about sensitive skin. So I am the candidate for sensitive skin. So right now, I'm very sensitive to things because things are starting to bloom, and I am super allergic to plants, pollen, etc. So I never know what I'm going to react to and what that's going to be like. So in addition to that, I know somebody mentioned rosacea. If you have I want to say severe, but a pretty strong case of rosacea, you should check with your doctor first. It's on this one. I have this spot right here of rosacea. I don't know if Brittany can pull up my before picture again. Not that Jen wants to see yours again. Okay, so you can't see it very well. I'm facing the screen, so it's on this side of my face. You can see I'm a little bit more red in there. That is my rosacea side. It's so weird. I have it like in one section right here. So I was a little bit worried, and I will admit that when I first started using the retinol, it got brighter for a little bit. I was like, oh boy. But over time, it has adjusted. And now that area is not as bright as it used to be. But I really recommend, if you have rosacea, to talk to your doctor. Or to do, like Jen said, just have a little spot test, right? But be sure, if you're sensitive, I doubled up on the milk when I mixed it together. So I think it says to squirt 1 for 1, like you do a pump of the retinol and then a pump of the milk. When I started, I did like 2 or 3 pumps of the milk to really dilute down my retinol. So what happened was I put it on, and I have very dry skin. I have very sensitive skin. And oh my goodness, my skin was so dry. Like, I literally carried around the facial milk and would just put it on throughout the day. And then I also used intense moisture cream like all day long, just putting it on, putting it on, putting it on. And some of you may feel like, oh, what a pain. But the reality was, I love the education I got from Mary Kay, because prior to educating myself, I probably would have thought I was having an allergic reaction. But instead, it was my skin adjusting to the retinol. So I took a little bit longer. Like, I didn't do it as fast as the 8 weeks. I did a lot of diluting and building up to it. So now I'm still only at using it twice a week. I've just started adding some things in, and I started about the same time Jen did, probably a week prior to that. So just know your body and just trust the process. So, and that was the thing. Had I not educated myself, I don't know if I would have just hung in there with it. I'm so glad. I love the results. I don't have any problem with it now. I'm not reacting. I did have like a little breakout right here. Like you said, sometimes I'll get a flare up from it. But it's just my skin going, whoa, what are we doing? Because like I said, I have to keep my skin pretty calm. So I love the facial milk for that. So hopefully, I love that someone said I get rosacea on my wrist, and I put the milk on my wrist and it cleared it up. And the other thing is, I have eczema too. And this is how I know, if you don't feel the tingling, it's working. You're good. You're golden. Like, some of my director friends have no kind of reaction at all. And I'm so jelly, because it's just like, I have to like take it and be kind of analyze it, where they can just plow through that retinization process. You really shouldn't skip any of it. Oh, and I remember what I did wrong. Remember, Jen, when I told you I got a little breakout and I thought, it's just a little spot. I'm just going to put a little acne gel on it to clear that up. I'm sure I'll be fine. Well, you're not supposed to use any acne products. So I put that on there, and the next morning I woke up and I had welts all over because my skin was reacting to the acne products. So this is why I know this is not something you should use when you're pregnant, because it's getting into your skin. Your skin is a live organ, and we are preparing our skin. I hesitated to tell you all this because I don't want to scare you away from it. I love it. I love the results. It's worth it to me. And those things didn't scare me because I was educated and knew, oh, I did something wrong. This is why this is happening. Believe me, I have not touched acne gel since. So, okay. And that's right. Amy said she's having some redness on her neck, even though she's not applying the retinol on her neck. And that's why your skin is adjusting to the retinol. And it can, like my eczema on my shins started flaring up. And it was just because my skin was so dry and I just had to hydrate and hydrate and hydrate. So, and yes, that facial milk is amazing. So I probably go through 2 bottles to every one that a normal person does on that. But the wrist, I love the wrist because your skin is a little bit thinner here. And so test products on your wrist because it's thinner, and you can really figure out if you're going to have a sensitivity based on that, right? But please remember to dilute it. Don't ever, like I had a customer who just jumped into putting it straight on her face week 1. And she's like, woo, it was intense. I'm like, yeah, you got to like ease your skin into that and dilute it with the facial milk. So, all right. I'm loving the results of the clinical solutions. I'm in week 8. When can I incorporate my mask and tone correctors as well as my sonic brush back in? Francisca, you have to do one thing at a time. So like for me, I did the Skinvigorate Sonic just to see how my skin was going to react, and it was fine. So a couple days later was when I added in the Serum C. So with you, I do the same thing. Like start with your Skinvigorate, a couple days later, add in your tone corrector, a couple days later, try a mask. You know, just see how much can your skin handle, and you should be able to ease into it and not have any problems. If you ever have problems, just back up and wait a few more days before you try to add anything else. Would you recommend anything else on that, Jen?
No, she's on week 8, and my week 8 was last week, so I'm actually waiting till week 10 for the mask. Just because I want to get my Serum C plus E and the Sonic brush in. So then the following week, I'll do my mask on there. So I'm just really beginning to put that back in. But
yeah,
face it.
You can use a biocellulose mask during any time. You just want to avoid charcoal masks. You can also use the moisture renewal gel mask during that time. I did that a lot at night when my skin was so dry. Mm-hmm. So, I might get some. Oh, Lillian Smith, do not be worried. If you haven't had issues before, if you just follow the 8-week process, you'll probably be just fine. Most people know if they're sensitive, and then they know to anticipate that. But if you're not sensitive, don't be worried about it. Be sure to take a before picture. As hard as that is, it is so worth it, because sometimes we can feel, especially when you're going gradually, like, is it really making a difference? But you refer back to that before picture and like, oh, it is working. So, okay.
And make sure you're on a good skincare program before you start the retinol program.
Yes, absolutely. That's why we're giving skincare away. And Jen's going to cover that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to almost take your part there, Jen. I will say, if you're a customer who has not done or recently a Skin Analyzer app download, so even if you've done one before, but since we've launched Clinical Solutions, you haven't done one, please do a Skin Analyzer app scan. We have a consultant in Alaska who this past week did quite a few scans on her customers, and some of the customers, it would appear on their scan that they need Clinical Solutions, but not everyone did. So I thought, what a great way to tell if you're not sure if this is the right product for you. Why not do the skin scan, and it will reveal to you whether this is the right product for you. So we're actually going to give the most points away for skin scans for our giveaways. And like Jen said, it is really important to be on some great skincare. prior to starting Clinical Solutions. You just will not get good results if your skin is trying to adjust to the retinol and you haven't been taking good care of it. Okay, so real quickly, Jen, so you have a customer, they've done a skin scan. How would you present to them that they are a candidate for Clinical Solutions? Like you see it on their scan, how would you have that conversation with them?
Okay, well, so I'm gonna ask you to role play with me. So let's try this.
Okay.
And I just got your skin analyzer results and they look great. I see that you've got the TimeWise on there and you've also got the Microderm on there, and I see the Clinical Solutions. Now that's a great thing. Which one are you the most excited about?
Well, I've been using the TimeWise skincare and I love that, but I've really felt like as I'm getting older, I need to just do a little more, and then some. So, but I'm not sure because both the microdermabrasion and the Clinical Solutions, I'm kind of intimidated by the Clinical Solutions. So, what do you think I should do?
Well, I guess my question then would be is what kind of results do you want to see? Do you want to see long-term, oh my gosh, results, or do you want to see like a quick fix type of?
Well, I believe in battling it, like we're going to get rid of it.
I love it. Okay, well then I would
heavy duty.
Honestly, and you've been commenting on my own skin, so that's why I brought up the Clinical Solutions, is because you've noticed what my skin's done. So I would recommend stay on the TimeWise like you've been doing. Let's insert the Clinical Solutions. Let's walk hand in hand with that for the next 8 weeks and see where you are. And at the end, if we feel like you need a microderm or something extra that's fun, you'll have that glow. But wait till you see the difference with the Clinical Solutions. So if you're willing to walk that one with me, we can do that one together.
Great. That was awesome, Jen. I'm excited to try it all over again.
Let's go.
All right. So we talked about the dermacosmetics industry. Here's what I want you to know about that. So we love what we do. Obviously, we're here every Wednesday with you. We love sharing products. We love talking about what we love and what we're doing and what's new and what's fun. And both Jen and I, we love connecting with our customers. And I talked a little bit about it earlier, that when you can build somebody's confidence and how they feel on the outside, that builds their confidence on the inside. And when you change a woman's confidence level, she can move mountains, right? So our future area is called the Hero National Area because I believe that women are often looking for outside sources to rescue them, right? They're when the kids are grown up, or when I start having kids, or when I go back to school, or when I finish my master's degree, or when I get divorced, or when I meet a man, or, all of those things, when I buy a house or whatever. But the reality is, when you build a woman's confidence, she can be her own hero. And then she can pass that on to others. And we love Clinical Solutions because it's a game changer in our business, not only for what it does for our face, but what it does for our pocketbook. So we just want to really encourage you. We're at the beginning of dermacosmetics. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And you have the opportunity to become part of this company now while it's virtual for $30. We don't know how long that's going to last, but we know dermacosmetics is going to launch big, right? So we just really want to encourage you to try that $30 eStart. There's no quotas. There's no sales requirement. You could actually do the $30 eStart and save money on your own products, and then have it as a backup plan. Because like I said, I don't know how long it's going to be around. And with that, I believe everyone right now needs a backup plan. I've been talking to many people this week. One woman, she has 5 kids and her husband got sick. He can't work and now she's the breadwinner. You need a backup plan. You never know what's going to happen to you. Both you and your husband could have good jobs and one of you could get laid off or one of you could get sick. Let's have a backup plan. Where else can you get a backup plan for $30 with a recession-proof product and one that is reusable? See, we love it because it washes down the drain and then you need more, right? So we get to service our customers and get repeat business over and over and over again. So I'm not going to go into that too much, but I really want you to ask your consultant more about the $30 eStart because I don't think everybody really understands. So many people are viewing it like Mary Kay was before. And as you know, because you're on with us, Mary Kay is very different these days. Our products are different. How we work our business is different. How we connect, how we service our customers. We do not need to carry inventory if we don't want to anymore. We have customer delivery service. There are so many options available to you. So please reach out to your beauty consultant and ask her that as well. So Jen, how about you explain how we're going to give away these sets today?
Oh goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, so we are giving away skincare sets because it's important, like we mentioned earlier, to be on skincare before you start this retinization process. So by tomorrow night, 9 p.m., I'll be on doing the whole drawing. You're going to need to connect with your consultant to get these entries. So here we go. So if you're ready, I'm going to read them really fast. I'm going to give away 2 sets. So depending on what your skin analyzer says, that's the kind of way we're going to figure out which set works best for you. So make sure you get with your consultant, do the skin analyzer and a quick follow-up appointment with her to make sure you've got the right skincare line. Okay, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Be ready for that. And if you're watching this on #replay, just let us know that too. Okay, 1 entry because you're watching. Yay! And just #replay because you're watching. 10 entries for completing a skin and analyzer app scan. That means you hold it out, it takes a picture, you go through all the results with your consultant. Pretty simple and pretty easy. And you're going to learn some stuff about your skin you weren't sure before. Let's see, an entry for every $10 you spend. So let's say you decide you're just going to jump in and you're going to do the clinical solutions because you're already on skincare. Right there, that is 12 entries. I can do math, see?
Well, but wait, we have an exclusive bundle for tonight.
That's right. So hold on. There's a special. And then with an exclusive bundle, it would be 10 entries. So just be watching for that. Clinical Solutions is a great, amazing price already. One of my customers moved from her what's it called? The doctor that actually prescribes the retinization is a
dermatologist.
Thank you. I need my coffee. Well, he prescribed it for her and she found that ours was better and actually at a better price. So she moved over to ours. So the price tonight, it's normally $120 for the set and you're going to see the bundle is for $99. Full on steal. Great. So put that in your basket. Tell your consultant you're ready for your skin analyzer and you'll already have 20 entries right there. And then remember that the $30 e-start is also a big difference. So you can receive 10 entries for completing the $30 e-start also. So that's very exciting. The $99 bundle does end tonight at 10 p.m. Central Time or midnight Central Time, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Did I miss anything?
And that's because this is the last day of the month. And for those of you who aren't in Mary Kay land, it's a busy day on the last day of the month because we are trying to finish out our first quarter of 2021. And our consultants, ourselves, our units, we all have some huge goals. So if you have been hesitant, but after tonight, you're like, I think I'm ready. I just really want to encourage you to purchase that bundle for $99 and get that Clinical Solutions because it could be the difference for your beauty consultant in meeting her goal or not. Just your purchase tonight could make a huge difference. So please reach out to her and let her know you would make her night. She would do a party dance in her office, I guarantee you. And I'm pretty sure her sales director would too. So be sure and comment if you, Lillian, I think someone answered your question about getting the scan and you actually can go to the App Store. It's absolutely free. You do not need to be a beauty consultant to get that free app. Just type in your App Store on any smart device, Mary Kay Skin Analyzer. It should look just like it does on the screen and you can download it for absolutely free. It's super fun. If anybody's having problems getting their scan to work, you line up your eyes. I don't know if Brittany, I'm sorry. Do you still have that picture where the line comes across? Yeah. So see, you're going to line up your eyes with that line. Open your eyes big because sometimes your eyes are close too much and it can't determine that those are your eyes. So open your eyes big, get that and get out in some natural light and you should get a good scan. Okay. And if you have any questions that we did not answer tonight, please post them here in the Future Hero, the Hero Area Guest Event page, not Future Hero, Hero Area Guest Event page, comment on that Facebook page, or text your beauty consultant your question. We will get that answer for you because we have gone a little over tonight. And so we are super excited to hear your feedback about this event and Clinical Solutions and what you learned and what you loved. And we can't wait. Of course, next Wednesday, we're going to have another event. All the directors will be back. I can't remember what the theme is. We will be posting that soon. Everybody have a great night. Jen, thank you so much for participating and letting me interview you. We so appreciate you and allowing us to show your before picture. That's such a courageous thing that we do there. So everybody have a great night.